It's 11 minutes past 8. You're watching Breakfast. Good morning to you. Now, the family of a young boy who's been refused a licence to take cannabis to control his epilepsy has vowed to fight against the ruling.
6-year-old Alfie Dingley from Warwickshire has a condition that causes him to have up to 30 violent seizures every day. His parents say treating him with cannabis oil dramatically reduces those symptoms, but the Home Office has ruled the treatment will remain illegal here in the UK.
Well, Alfie's mum will join us on the sofa just in a moment or two. First, let's have a look at their journey so far.
When Alfie Dingley has seizures, he can have as many as 30 in a day. Multiply that over a number of weeks, and 1 year he got to 3,000, meaning 48 trips to hospital. The numbers when he went to the Netherlands were very different. There he was prescribed a cannabis-based treatment, no attacks, in 24 days. But a licence for him to use the medication here has been turned down. The government says it can only be used for research at the moment, but a group of MPs is calling on the Home Secretary to make an exception.
If we can find a way for her around the regulations that exist, and we believe that we can, she can issue a licence to make sure that Alfie can get this medicine.
Counting up, there are good days in Alfie's life as well as bad, but his parents say even just one bad day is enough.
Well, that's the story. Alfie's mum, Hannah Deacon, joins us now. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. I know this is an issue really close to your heart, but can you explain, if you could, from your perspective, Alfie's condition and why it's so serious?
Can I firstly just say, if anyone out there is watching that feels, struck by us, please follow our Facebook page, Alfie's Hope. On there we have a link to the End Our Pain campaign. They can lobby their MPs and they can follow that link. And so, because we need lots of MPs to take this to the House, the Home Office.
You've already got a lot of MPs on your side. So tell us a little bit about his condition.
He has a condition called PCDH19.
Right.
He's one of 9 boys in the world.
Incredibly rare.
Incredibly rare, but he's also the only boy that responds to intravenous methylprednisolone, which is a steroid which is used for people who have, anaphylactic shock. So it's something to be used sparingly, not every week, not up to 5 times a week, which is what was happening to him for the last 18 months before he had treatment with medical cannabis.
Oh, so you went abroad to get this medical cannabis?
Yes, we went to Holland under a neurological paediatrician. So we did everything, officially and properly with a doctor. And
it made, as far as you can tell, a big difference.
An astounding result. We went from having very severe clusters of seizures every 4 to 10 days, where he would be having up to 5 doses of intravenous steroids, to having 1 seizure a month, where he would still need an IV of methylprednisolone. But what our neurologist in the UK said is we need to find a way of reducing the amount of steroids we're using, basically.
Which is essentially, I mean, that's a complete difference of life, not only for you but for him as well.
It was amazing. He went from being locked in his body to not socialising, and actually being very, hitting people, being aggressive, because he was just full of steroids all the time, full of drugs, everything. And he went from that to playing with his sister, to interacting with her, to noticing things, to starting to want to spell words, to talking to me and his dad, and being a different child. And it was just wonderful. It was wonderful for us.
And you couldn't stay there, could you? So you've come back here. And now what's happened is your request for a licence to prescribe this, and it's cannabis, isn't it? Cannabis oil.
It's basically a whole plant cannabis oil, which has 2 parts, which is CBD and THC.
Yeah.
The CBD is legal in this country to consume, but not the THC.
Right, and one doesn't work without the other for him?
Not for him, no.
Right. And the government's saying we recognise that people with chronic pain and debilitating illnesses are looking to alleviate symptoms. However, it's important medicines are thoroughly tested to ensure they meet rigorous standards before being placed on the market. So doctors and patients are assured of their efficacy, quality and safety. So where are you? I mean, what can you do now? We know that the All Parliamentary Group have called for the Home Secretary to issue a licence, but it's been denied.
We've got a lot of support. What I would say to that statement is that we have used a paediatric neurologist in Holland. We haven't gone to, somewhere to buy all. We've used a company called Deacon, who make medical cannabis. They have a licence within the EU. They have the only certification for a company in the EU. They are a pharmaceutical grade oil. You know, this is tested. This is safe. And also, what I would say is, my son, from 8 months old, has been injected with benzodiazepines, with opiates, with steroids. They are not safe for children. You know, there is no clinical data to say that's safe.
And you can see the impact, as you just said.
My son will die or have psychosis if we carry on the way we were. You know, this product we're using is safe. It is made by a medical company. It is available in 11 EU countries, soon to be 14. We need to catch up. Medical cannabis has a value. And for my son, who is unique, I'm not opening the floodgates for everyone. He is unique. I'm asking for some compassion and some humanity.
I mean, Hannah, you have a very powerful testimony, and we're really thankful that you've come on the sofa to talk to us about that this morning. You've painted a pretty stark reality for you and Alfie going forward. What happens now? What's the next step?
Well, with the support of the all-party parliamentary group on drugs reform, we will carry on asking questions in the House of Commons and the House of Lords. We will, I would like to speak to Amber Rudd. I would like to speak to Jeremy Hunt. I want them to know my reality with my son in A&E every week, watching him have a seizure, watching him go purple, wishing that he will live. That is my reality.
I'm so sorry.
That is my reality, and that is his reality if we do not get access to this medication. And it's wrong that it is so, they are lumping cannabis into the, Schedule 1 drug. It's not about recreational use. This is a separate issue entirely.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for
and we will keep fighting, and we will lobby everyone, and we will get public support, and we will ask everyone to support us.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
That's Hannah Deacon, who is Alfie's mum, with a very powerful story to tell this morning. Thank you, Hannah.